Many languages, including Python, allow values of other types to be treated as Boolean values. Every value of each built-in type is considered either true or false when used as part of a conditional statement. For the numeric types, the value 0 is considered false, and all other numeric values are considered true. The empty string is considered false, and all non-empty strings are considered true. The empty list is considered false, and all non-empty lists are considered true. This means you can use a variable representing a built-in type as a Boolean expression. In general, this is not very readable, and I would encourage most programmers, especially beginners, not to use this feature, but here are a couple examples. We can have the user enter a number, store it in a variable x, and write if x. Since non-zero values are true, that is equivalent to writing if x does not equal 0. We can use a string variable as a conditional expression, and that is equivalent to checking if the string is not empty. Here's our example from the previous video using an empty string as a sentinel value. We can test the string, and if it's true, that means it is not empty, so it is not the sentinel value. In this case, we can try to convert it to a number and accumulate the total. If the string is empty, that means the condition will be false, and we will execute the break statement exiting the loop. Again, I would recommend you write out the comparison as the comment shows. Since each value can be considered true or false, Python's Boolean operators don't need to result in the Boolean values true or false. The AND operator checks the left operand. If it is false, we know the result must be false, so there is no need to check the right operand, as false and any value is false. This is known as short-circuit evaluation. Once we know the result of the expression, we don't need to continue checking the rest of the expression. The OR operand also supports short-circuit evaluation. If the left operand is true, we know the result is true because true or any value is true. Whichever value is the last one needed to determine the result of the expression is the result that the operand produces. We'll look at a few examples to see this. For the expression 2 and 3, 2 is considered true, so we need to check the right operand. If the right operand is also true, the result is true. But if the right operand is false, the result is false. Thus, when the left operand of an AND expression is true, the right operand determines the result, so the AND operator produces the right operand in this case. For the expression 0 and 2, 0 is considered false, so we do not need to check the right operand. Since 0 is considered false, 0 is the correct answer to the expression. For the expression 2 and 0, both operands need to be true for the result to be true. Since the left operand is considered true, we need to check the right operand, and it is the result of the expression. 0 is considered false, so 0 is a correct answer to the expression. For the expression 2 or 3, only one of the expressions needs to be true for the result to be true. Since 2 is true, the expression result can be 2. For the expression 0 or 3, 0 is considered false, so we need to check the right operand. Since 3 is true, the expression result can be 3. This feature of Python makes it easy to make a semantic error. This is syntactically correct, but does not do what you want. In your head, you would probably think, if the first character is a lowercase y or a capital Y, and write it just like that. Unfortunately, that does not do what we want. We are trying to check if the user entered a word starting with a Y, but this expression is always true no matter what the user entered, since the string capital Y is not empty and thus considered true. If we write it with parentheses, it becomes more obvious that this expression is not what we want. Let's say we were asking the user to enter the flavor they want, and we'll default to the value vanilla if they just pressed return. Because a non-empty string is considered true, we can check the value of answer, and if it is considered true, assign flavor to it. Otherwise, set flavor to vanilla. Since the OR operand returns the first value that allows us to determine the answer to the expression, we could write it this second way. If the user entered a non-empty string, this expression will result in the value of answer, which is what flavor should be assigned. If they just pressed enter and answer is the empty string, which is considered false, the right operand determines the result of this expression, and flavor will be assigned vanilla. The third version accomplishes the same result as the previous two versions, but in one line. We can simply move the OR expression to the line and avoid using a variable to hold the input value. Someone reading this code could probably figure out what it does, but in general, readability is more important than writing the shortest code possible, so I would recommend you write it the first way with an if statement, as I showed in the comment.